Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen of the interwebs. This is Nord Not Work. We're playing a little more Banished today in the beautiful mountain town of Townbury. So, we are picking up where we left off. It is early spring of year 7. This winter was a mild one. It did not really deplete us too badly. We still have quite a bit of food left, as you can see. Lots of peppers. So many peppers. So sick of peppers. We're kind of running low on our meat supplies. So we want to get a trading post going to try and get some livestock. Love to get some cattle, some sheep, maybe some chickens, because we're going to need that if we want to continue to grow our town. So, to facilitate that need to grow, we've made a couple of extra houses, and you can see they're already starting to have children. So, it's amazing what one winter locked in together will do. So let's see if we can't get a few more houses going early this year. I'm going to use mostly wood, avoid using stone, because that trading post is going to eat up a lot. So let's see. Let's just cram them right in together, right along this line, because there's not really a need for any kind of tunneling through here. We've got the one tunnel we need up here. So let's do that and let her run. Bring that up to 5 times speed. This area here, I kind of like to put in another orchard, maybe, because this one doesn't seem to be giving us a ton of food. It might just be a little too small. So we're getting 266 peaches out of that versus our fields giving us 500 peppers. So the field is twice the size. It's about the same amount, but I don't know. I just feel like maybe the peaches would be better to have than this ton of peppers. Because not only do I have to think about what my citizens need to eat now, I need to think about what they're going to want to trade. So how are we doing up here? Start to build up a little there. Oh, that's where all their venison went. Now, I have noticed our guys are starting to get a little sick. So there's something else we need to put in. We need to start getting more into long-term survival, which is why we built the schoolhouse last episode. Well, this episode, we are putting down an herbalist. Now, what the herbalist does, they're a lot like the gatherer. They wander around through this area, and they collect medicine. So they should help increase our average health. I'm hoping they'll bring us up to at least 4. I'm okay with sitting at 4 for now. The ultimate goal is to keep everyone at 5, but I think I'm probably going to need some hospitals for that. So how are we doing? Plenty of that. So I think the only thing they should be really collecting stone for now is that herbalist. So should be doing okay. Our forester's working. And we're at 4-4, so we should have a ton of logs coming in for us. Which will be good when we start trading. Because this firewood, when you trade logs are worth 2 logs per unit, or two, they're worth 2. I guess it would be 2 gold, 2 silver, whatever currency they're trading in. A log is worth 2. Firewood, which is 1 log that's been worked, is worth 5, I believe. So it's more than double our investment. Just completely stock up on firewood. So towards that end, let's increase this. Let's get it up to about 600. Now that's going to be eating up a ton of wood for a while, but I definitely think it's going to be worth it. So we got our 2 laborers still working. Need some builders. Now this isn't really the time of year to be getting heavy into building, because all of your farmers are needed in the fields. But it's good to at least get everything queued up, I guess you could say, where as soon as they harvest, they'll automatically get to work on the houses that we built, which should then spread them out a little bit more, and over the course of the winter, the same thing that happened in here should happen. They should each produce a child. So we're quickly growing our town, and we're starting to get students. Awesome. Now, what the students will do, it teaches them to be more productive. Hopefully that will mean higher increases, higher yields, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And we're finally getting our house up here built. Some peppers. So I don't think we did as good. Yeah, I don't think we did as good this last season as we did the season before. So that does lead me to believe that there is a possibility that crop rotation is going to come into play. Hopefully not so soon that we can't get our trading post built. We need a lot of stone for that. I feel like they're wandering just a little too far to get what's up here. So let's knock that out. And let's tell them to pick up the stone instead. So we're just starting in the summer. Yeah, I don't think this trading post is getting built this year. What do you guys feel? What are you doing wandering all the way over there? Let's prioritize our healer's hut. So we're doing okay. Okay, good. They're starting to pull in the peppers. That is one nice thing about the pepper, is that it is a summer crop. If this was squash that we had started with, these farmers would be occupied right up until late autumn, which would kill our ability to produce buildings, to be able to grow the town, because they still plant at the same time. It's just anyone who's actually grown vegetables themselves knows that certain crops come up at certain times of the year. So this should keep us fairly well stocked on food for the winter. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. Now, I know I've seen a lot of people play this game and say, oh, don't worry about the coats, don't worry about the coats. They keep your guys working for longer, but it's not that they'll freeze to death without them. That's true, But that's not really why I want the coats. The coats are another product for our trading post. Pretty much everything we do now is going to factor into this building right here. Because other than the food and the firewood that we need to pull in for ourselves, we could just start trying to maintain a population, keep them small but healthy, and just go from there. But that's not really going to be a long-term goal. Eventually they'll all die out with that. So we need to get enough guys built, enough new people to man every workstation, our fishing huts, our trading posts, pretty much everything that we're doing, so that we can basically just produce materials to trade. Because eventually, like I said, we're getting less in here every season. See, last season this was about 550. See, then, or 2 seasons ago this was 550. This season it's 5. The season that we're currently in, we only got to 440. So a few more years of this, and we're done. So, we are coming up on autumn, which means our farmers should be done. So hopefully this will be enough to start building. So let's unpause that. Logs is what we're running low on, huh? Well, good thing we have this giant workforce of laborers that just finished all of their planting and sowing. So, remove these. So they're starting to gather up the stone. They've removed what needs to be removed. So I'm thinking early spring of year number 8, we should be starting to look for some traders rolling through. Sure love these houses got finished. Let's try and take down these trees as well, just because they're close to the homes. And I feel like they'd be easy to grab. Second. So one issue that I've found, not with this game, but with pretty much all Steam games, at least on my computer, anytime that I get a Skype message come through, it puts up my notification bar right across everything I need to control. So, it makes it a little annoying. Someone keeps Skyping me over and over. Might need to go unavailable before the next game, just to keep that from happening. Okay. Where did all my firewood go, folks? Let's increase Herbalist to 1. Not that they'll collect much during the winter. And hope that we start getting some more better. So, we didn't get as much done this winter as I hoped we would. But we at least got a decent start. Now, I'm thinking my firewood, I know where it is. Yep. Piled up in all these houses. So, this might be a longer road to hoe than I thought to get this built. We're filling up with logs fairly quickly, but I kind of have a feeling it's going to get drained into our woodcutter, and even once we get this built, we're not going to have anything to trade for a while. So, that'll be fun. I might skip a year or two before we come back, just to get some things built, because I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing me talk about getting the trading post up and running. We just want to see it in action. So, until then, I am Nord Notwork, signing off from the tiny little town of Swearstownbury. Bye.